Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over my stock picks for the week of April 4th through the 8th. Before we do, just reiterate, not a financial advisor. Make sure that you do your own research. Also, if you find value in today's video, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content, and hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. So other than that, guys, let's dive right on into it. All right, guys, so before we get into the picks for this week, or should I say just pick for this week, we're going to get into a recap of last week. I talked about Tesla, triple ENF, and MULN. Tesla had a pretty decent week. We kind of stayed put around that 1100 mark pretty much the whole week. We had a good spike on Mondays where I took profits, made about $800 or so there, and then re-entered later in the week. Later on the back half of the week whenever I felt that it was a good time to do so, and we're already up this week so far. So that's actually the major pick for this week was Tesla, and I think it's going to run pretty well this week because the Q1 delivery numbers were better than people thought due to the I think people were kind of freaking out about the Shanghai place being closed and everything. They thought the numbers would be a lot worse than what they were. Apparently they did pretty well, and now we're okay to move forward hopefully from there. We talked about triple ENF. We had a huge disappointment last week in triple ENF, and dropped down about 60-70%. So I did take some loss on that, and I went ahead and got out because I don't know what's going to happen. I think we may see a little bit more downside on it, not sure, but I didn't want to just let my money sit in there while it fell down. I didn't have a whole lot of money in there. I just kind of had been nibbling at it and got a decent amount of shares for that reason, because I didn't know what was going to happen from it. So anyway, so I was wrong on that one for that week for sure, but it happens, and it is what it is. So, and then MULN last week. Last week had a pretty nice little run. We talked about it getting above $3 last week, and it sure did, and it's up about 16, almost 17% in the past 5 days. So for those of you who are upset or ticked off or laughing about the triple ENF pick, that's not the only pick that we talk about. So someone left me some type of nasty comment. I don't even know who that person was, but it got removed, not by me, I guess by them, about how I was wrong about triple ENF. I'm going to be wrong about ZNOG and yada, 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 whatever. If you don't like it, don't watch it, brother. Go do your thing. So Tesla's my pick for this week, guys. We're going to take a look at the charts, and then ZNOG's for sure on the watch list. But that's pretty much what my pick was for this week. So I want to go ahead and break down the charts, see what they're telling us, and go from there. All right, guys, taking a look at Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. I got a big buy signal here. We got to stay above that $1,100 mark in order for us to continue to the upside, and we had a big push up to about 1130. Let's see, 1138 was the high for today. We're seeing an increase in volume. We are crossing over from bearish to bullish, which is a great sign, and looks like we're a little overvalued at this time, so we could pull back a little bit down to about that 1100 mark. But as long as we bounce off of that, then I think that we're going to see some more upside. Will we hit 1200 this week? I don't know. It's a possibility as long as everything in the market stays okay, and no type of bad news comes out or whatnot. But this is basically my plan moving forward for the remainder of the year, is to swing this stock here weekly, or even bi-weekly if it takes that long, and then take profits. I don't like to enter up here because it's overvalued. I usually like to enter down here when it gets too close to undervalued. Is a pretty safe bet for Tesla, as you can see here. Every time it hits that undervalued mark, we recover very, very well. So that's what my plan is moving forward. So we talked about triple ENF and then ZNOG. So we'll take a look at the charts for you on there. Triple E is just kind of hovering around where it fell. I know people are coming in and buying a lot right here, so this makes for a very interesting swing play. I do think that they're going to release something to make investors come back and buy a little bit more. So if it were me swinging, I mean, this is the time to buy it because it's super undervalued, and there's little to no volume. So if any type of positive news comes out, it'll probably retest that 2-cent mark, which would be a pretty good return on your investment. But I'm really cautious on this one. I'm not putting anything in unless they have some type of big news come out. So Next up on the watch list, like we talked about, is ZNOG. We had a pretty big buy signal right off the open, which is pretty typical. It'll spike up and then, be stagnant for the most of the day, maybe fall down a little bit, sometime around midday, and then maybe pop back up. But it got as high as about 12.5 cents and didn't do much from there. So really no news or anything like that. But typically Monday, Thursdays, or the day that they release some type of news for you there. Okay, guys, so last but not least, we're going to do our votes for the Benzinga stock March Madness bracket. So you see that Tesla and CEI made it to the finals. 95% CEI beat Moderna. Tesla beat Apple 65%. I'm going to go ahead and go with Tesla, although I think it's going to be pretty close. A lot of people love some CEI. So I'm going to go ahead and cast my vote now. It will show us the percentages, but the championship is this week, so we'll know by the weekend who won. So I'm going to cast my vote there. And wow, that's crazy. It looks like CEI is poised for an upset unless something changes all throughout the week. So that's crazy. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you this week. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.